What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to go through this RM100. We're going to take these knobs here. There's a presence and density, and our good old friend Antonin from Salvation Audios, he's sent me one of these boards here. You know, I bought it with my own money. I know this is a push-pull and you can do stock by pushing it in. But I want to go ahead and just do a comparison before I install it and after I install it. Got a couple of Synergy modules that we'll go through. Let's check it out. Hey, before we get this video started, I wanted to point out one thing. Use the chapters, because you can, I'll label them as number ones and compared to one, and you can use the chapters to actually go back and listen to the same comparison that I'm trying to compare between them. So definitely check those out so you can get a quick comparison so your ear doesn't fatigue and you know what it sounds like back to back. So do that. All right, let's do this. All right, you know, I set this up to where I like it. Presence and density for these modules. First we got Ubershaw, the Slow, and the Savage. Let's go ahead and check these out and see what it sounds like stock without me modding the power section of it. All right, first we're going to start off with the Ubershaw, see what that sounds like, and when we change it out, I won't touch anything so we can hear the difference between them, okay? All right, so here is the Ubershaw. Bono. Now the angle. Alright, let's go through another set of riffs, and we'll just get a different feel. Maybe we can catch up some of the notes and all that kind of stuff. So here's the next riff. Slow. And Savage. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to take the power section and go ahead and mess with the presence and the density and just kind of go from all the way back, all the way to full, and just see if we can catch any differences with it. And more than likely I'm going to use the Slow just to pick that up. Let's see what it sounds like. Alright, so for this one I'm going to just do the, I'm just going to hold open a chord, and I'm going to mess with the knob here. So let's go over to the Slow. That's enough of that one. Let's bring it back to where I like it. And let's go ahead and bring the density all the way down. Bring it back to where I like it again. Here. Alright, let's get this thing switched out and see what it sounds like. Alright, well here we go. Here's the RM100. Such a beautiful amp. I love putting little LEDs on these things. It just makes it so much prettier. But you're not supposed to be using these hand drills for this kind of thing. You know, this isn't a high-powered one. You don't want to strip any screws or anything. But this is a super simple replacement. So shouldn't have any issues. And I saw the video of the guy doing the replacement before, and he just flipped it upside down and it cleared the tubes, so we don't even have to take those out. So we're going to go ahead and get started and just take a few of these screws out so we can pull the chassis out, flip it over, and just replace it with a few nuts, and then we'll be good to go. And anytime with these amps, I like to hold on to the transformers. That's a good anchoring spot. Whoa, that thing is heavy. Okay, here are the knobs. Looks like these just pull off. Yep, easy peasy. See these things right here, these caps. These guys, that's what you need to be careful about. You touch that and you didn't discharge your amp, that'll kill you. Especially this amp. Alright, so let's go ahead. I got this little plastic guitar nut thing. I like to use this on any kind of like amp stuff if I can. Just because it... if I can find the right size. There we go. Because it's not metal. So go ahead and take that off. Wonderful. Go ahead and take that one off. Easy peasy. All right. Go ahead and see if we can, there we go. There she is. Hey, there's a cap on that thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. Perfect. So there you go. That's it. That's the whole board. It's got a decent sized cap on that. I don't think the other guy had a huge cap on his. So there we go. There we go. We're going to put this back to the way it was. Here we go. I'm going to hold this down a little bit. Washer on top. Washer there. They are different sizes apparently. So now I can just actually use this guy. Put this guy on here. There we go. Simple as that. Got the knobs here again. This little guy. Damn it. Gotta be very careful. Gotta be careful with the Tolex because it'll lift that up. And we are in. Alright, so we're back. I got it installed. I'll tell you what, it was a real pain in the butt to get those little anchors in. So there's that. You know, maybe I suck at it. That's okay. I'm sure there's a better way about doing it, but I found that trying to do all corners first and just lightly using your fingers to just get it in there, and then screwing it. I would use a hand driver or a screwdriver, whatever you want to call it, and use that. Don't use a drill, because you'll find yourself trying to push it in there, and you'll push the thing out of the socket, and then it'll be in your chassis. You don't want to do that. Anyways, first we're going to start without the pull engaged. So it's supposed to be stock, and what you can tell by the difference. Now, hopefully I didn't bump the mic or anything like that to make a big difference in the noise here or the sound. So hopefully that didn't happen. But I'll go through this, a few riffs, just like the before, without the pull engaged on the density, and then we'll pull it and see what it sounds like. Let's check it out. Is it just me, or does it actually sound a little brighter? I don't know. Maybe the presence was a little higher than before. Okay, now we're going to go through the other riff. Now let's go through and do what I did before and kind of move the knobs from 9 o'clock to whatever with the pull engaged. Let's see what it sounds like. Alright, this is the same settings, but just with the pull engaged. So this should be the secret sauce. I think that sounds a lot better, actually. Let's actually compare it. Let's go in and out with the push-pull, and let's see what it sounds like. What's the difference in it? All right, we're going to push that back in, see what that sounds like with the Savage. We're going to pull it out. Man, that sounds great. It gives it's just more thumpy. It's rounder in the bottom end. Push it back in. Let's switch this to Dahl now and see what that sounds like. This is without it engaged. And with it engaged. Dude. Let's go all the way up. You know, to tell you the truth, I don't hear a difference between this and this. Now when it comes to it pushed in and then all the way up, Okay, so it's more of it's kind of like a button. So when you push that button, it just makes it huge and thicker, fatter. So there really is no change that I can't notice. Let's go back here. Sounds like it's fully engaged. I'm looking at the wave files too. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much the same. So here, I'll actually show you. So there's the two files there. All right, we're going to disengage it, right? We're gonna pump it all the way up with it disengaged. Okay, now we're gonna pull the pot, go all the way down. And now we're going to go all the way up with it. Alright, the last thing I want to do is actually go through these pots. Now that we know that this is just kind of like a fully engaged when you pull the pot, let's go ahead and do the presence here and see if there's a difference with that. All the way down. 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Fully engaged. Okay. You know, that doesn't sound as piercing as the other one was. So I think that's a great addition to it too, if that's actually what happened. Alright, so what'd you guys think of that? I thought that was really cool. I freaking love this amp. I love the whole idea of the modular stuff. I'd love to get a hold of some of the Salvation Audio stuff from Antonin. Definitely on the look for some of that stuff. I've definitely been in the digital modeling world with the Quad Cortex and the Tonex and stuff. And you know, as an amp guy, a tube guy, this really does get for you. You know, like I can't say that they're exactly like, you know, the amps that they're mimicking, but they come pretty close. You know. I'll definitely be doing some comparisons on that, of course, definitely with the Anglo Savage and the Savage 60, and we'll kind of go through that and just kind of see what kind of differences there are there. But yeah, I think that that mod for that MDA board is absolutely awesome. Now, I didn't know that it wasn't a it gradually increases the bass. It didn't do that. So what it did is whenever you pulled it, it actually fully engaged it. And it doesn't matter where you're at with the knob. So that was something new to me. It's not a problem. I think it's awesome because when you fully engage it, it just opens up the amp, makes it sound huger, rounder, just more punchy. It's definitely what the amp needs, you know, just to give it that extra thump. I haven't played this during a practice or anything yet, so I'm curious to see how that goes with the standard 100 watt amp. But loving this thing. Antonin, thank you so much for sending that out to me, man. Definitely loving it, and you'll be hearing from me again. All right, DMD out.